Is that with Eileen?
Yeah, I have a notary test at 9.
Then we'll reschedule it.
Even if we back it up an hour, half hour, hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think
I told Jenna to check your schedule.
it'll take very long.
And I think I overheard Jenna on the phone saying that she needed to check with this.
Before you will.
I looked at that and I'm like, yeah, it's good. I'm like, wait a minute, there's something going on.
Yeah.
Armed Forces. Great. Oh, yeah.
You ever been a notary before?
Remind me of that. Yeah.
I've been a notary because I used
All over
to
the place. Army notary.
hand out the packets and whatever you do every 5 years when you have to get recertified and renew and bring them into the hasty collectors.
Just that.
16, 15, half. Who's that flying? Accurate. 7, 3, That's the girls going Saturday. There was a bus waiting on the road past Saturday.
I want to say, yeah, it's like it's 7:30 in the morning or something.
There was a bus waiting this Saturday.
Oh, really?
The game's next.
Yeah.
And supposedly the bus driver had 2 dozen donuts waiting on the kids.
Oh, really?
Somebody just on that.
Yeah. I'm taking a bus ride for 2 dozen minutes.
Not at 9 o'clock in the morning, that one.
Yeah. It was
45.
Yeah, 7:45.
Oh.
Hi, Deb. How are you? Good.
Were you at the Villanelle breakfast, right?
No, my driveway was snowed and icy. They hadn't done anything with my street yet, and so no.
I'm not happy.
Good pretty good.
That's what I hear. I hear the speaker is good.
Did you go through this? Did you go this year?
Yeah. Yeah, according to her, it's 10. The waves improved.
So I heard this afternoon that Richard Sherman needs Tommy John surgery. He has torn ligaments in that elbow and that left elbow. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Probably from giving the 2
I know, yeah. Yeah.
And I heard also that Dell actually went in. He just didn't wait till the day.
Oh, really?
He went in before the Super Bowl to avoid all the.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's that?
Johnny Manziel went into rehab.
For what?
Drugs. Alcohol, whatever other problems I'm sure he has.
Calling him Johnny Rehab.
Is that right? There you go. Yeah.
I hope the Browns keep him for 10, 12.
Maybe a rehab center has a good quarterbacks coach. He could use some of that.
Maybe a psychologist.
I know.
Build their team around
They ought to
Johnny.
check with the people that recruited him.
Yeah. Please, we ready to roll?
Yeah.
Does that mean Johnny footballs?
John, go ahead.
All right. I'll apologize first because tonight's meeting will probably be short. This is almost all informational for you. Nothing too critical. Item number 1, the zoning department, you may not know this, has dozens and dozens of forms. For instance, just for building and zoning permits, we have a form for signs, for residential construction, for commercial construction. And each of those forms has to go to our, in most cases, our water, wastewater departments, the tax department, then to the county, to the auditor's office, to the Licking County Building Codes office. They contain a lot of information. So we're revising and updating all of the zoning forms. And it's a very time-consuming process, but it's something that has to be done every couple of years to make sure the information that we have on there is pertinent to the other agencies that use the form. So we're doing that now. And we anticipate that'll probably take a couple of months. Just wanted to let you know that so you can be proud that your zoning department has the newest and most current forms. Item number 2, and a lot of people, you just look at a form and throw it away, but a lot of effort goes into that to make sure it has everything that's needed. I don't know if you have any questions on that. No, I didn't think so. Item number 2, we have probably the oldest geographic information system in the county. Heath was the first municipality to put one into effect. That's been evolving for years now. And there's a lot more that can go into our system, and there's a lot that's already in it. But what we're doing now is whenever someone gets a variance from the Board of Zoning and Building Appeals, whenever there's a lot split, what we do is we feed this information into the database for the computer. And for each lot, say Jay got a zoning permit for something, we will have a copy of that zoning permit on his lot. So if we ever want to see it 10 years from now, or someone's buying your house, they want information on what did he do to this house back in 2015. You just click on your lot, and up pops the form. If you had to get variances for it, we'll have all the variance documentation there. If you wanted to have a lot split, cut it in different parts, we have all that information on the form.
I just suppress it, so it wouldn't be a dish.
Pardon me, Deb?
I had to sneeze and I was trying to keep it from making noise and I made it worse. So I want to interrupt you. I'm trying to be inconspicuous.
Your sneeze was probably more interesting than
Well, I just broke things up a little bit.
So anyway, the theme here is that just wanted to let you know our GIS system. Thank you very much. We're always striving to make that better and better and include more information. And I can thank Eddie Hunt, and we can all thank Eddie Hunt for this. Eddie, over the past 4 or 5 years, has been a key factor in keeping us current and getting us ahead for that system. And that system contains almost all of the information that we have in the city. Other departments come to us. We have all these plans that are on there that we print for them, old documentation, everything is on that system. So it's very critical to the function of the committee, to the city. And it makes us feel like we can hold something over the heads of all the other departments now, because they have to come begging us from time to time. But this time of the year, that's one of the other things we're doing too.
So you mentioned the GIS that we have is among the first in this area to be utilized. Is it still have strong functionality, still doing everything we need it to do? Is there any reason to consider updating to a different system, or are we okay with what we've got? What do you think?
Well, the weakest link of the system is me, because I know how to use it less than he does. So that being said, we really don't. We've got good hardware with plenty of capacity for storage and speed. We have good printers and plotters and everything like that, so we are in good shape.
Okay.
We try to plan long range, and we've been very successful at doing that, and when and how to acquire equipment so we don't have to spend a lot of money over a period of time. But we've spent probably $70,000 to $80,000 on GIS, on equipment and in data acquisition and implementing it in the system over the past, I'd say, 18 to 20 years. So I'm very proud of our system. I think during my tenure, that would be one of our crowning achievements. When I came here, if we needed a map, we had to draw one by hand. That's how bad it was. We had no computers. All the information was stored in file cabinets. And slowly but surely, this is all going into our computer. We still have all the hard data as backup, but the computer there makes us so much more functional, so fast, and so accurate. I'm very proud of that system. Item number 3, you're all aware the 50th anniversary is coming up in April, and our 50th anniversary committee has been working very hard to make this a nice event. Now, at the mayor's request, we've been struggling to keep it not too, we're not indulging in too many things. Okay, it's not going to be a spectacular event or anything like that, but it's going to be very interesting. And we're hoping to get a lot of people here who are very prominent in the history of the city.
Yeah, how successful have you been in reining Jan in on things like that?
It's a struggle.
Yes.
And Jan knows it. She teases me all the time. She hates me. She tries to string me along, just waiting for me to say, no, Jan. No, that's too much. We're getting too involved. I mean, we're only going to have a few hours here to do this. You can only put so much into a few hours. But we're doing, the event will be staged here at City Hall. We'll have a tent. And we hope to have previous elected officials and prominent people within the city. We're trying to get flyovers by airplanes, cake and stuff like that, and a lot of other stuff that will make a very nice morning for everyone. So we're working on that, but also what we're working on is we're trying to put together a station here in the lobby, as you can see. We're trying to gather artifacts and information from people that demonstrate the history of the city. And people like Cletus have given us a lot of stuff that we are now going through, and that we've got a lot of really interesting things. So this committee is really working hard on it, and I think you'll be very pleased with the results.
John, did gentleman from America get some pictures of that?
Yes, he did. Yes, they're employee relations people.
I talked to the union, and they said there might be some that the union won't check into that.
That would even be better, yeah. They have pictures of when the ground was cleared to put the plant in. We got a timeline of Arbor Meritor from where it began with Timken, and then how it evolved and everything. We're going to put on a board and stuff. It's really kind of neat. I know Ronnie was an important part of that too. No picture of the available. If you give us a picture, we'll put it up next to it. Okay.
There's a picture of me standing by the picture post.
By the water cooler, yeah. But anyway, this is kind of a fun project, and it's very enjoyable to work on it. It's coming along very well. That ties into item number 4. Again, this year we're going to have an Armed Forces Day Parade in May, and we just started to work on that. And right now we have because last year's parade was so successful, we have a lot more groups that would like to enter it. Now we're still being very tight on who can participate in the parade, primarily military units or groups associated with the military or military theme, because the whole thing's about armed forces. And we're hoping to get a lot of military equipment again and military units. A lot of veterans organizations are helping us with it, and we think we will have a very good parade again this year. It'll be longer. The mayor has been working on getting a lot of local bands to put in it, which makes it even more fun. So I think we'll have a very good parade this year. Hopefully we'll have a little better weather.
Saturday.
Oh, something I forgot. Back to the 50th anniversary.
And I wanted to invite council to purchase some of these if you'd like. There are 2 types of shirts. One of them you probably don't know. It's just the bright fluorescent yellow shirt, t-shirt. But the other one is a polo shirt. And I'm not wearing one today. The mayor isn't wearing one, but you've probably seen us in the blue polo shirts. John Geller, Bob Geller likes to wear those. We're going to get some of those made up for us. And they're going to have the 50th anniversary logo on the left-hand side. And I thought I would offer you the opportunity, if you would like to get them as well. We'll probably place the order in a couple of weeks. Now, each shirt costs $19.44. And that includes the embroidery on it and everything else. And they come in 5 colors. Navy blue, which is what we have been wearing here. Black, tangerine, I'm sure that'll be a big choice. Lime green, another big choice. And red. Okay, if you're running for office and you want to see red.
Who picked the rainbow of choices here?
I did.
Like a bag of Skittles.
Yeah. I am not allowed to pick colors. The first color was navy, then black, tangerine, lime green, and red. If you are interested in ordering a shirt, just email me your size and the color that you want, and I'll go ahead and order it, and then I can invoice you. I can do something like that. So,
the largest size they have.
I would think that probably XXL. So they should come in almost all sizes for everyone here. And there's no women's or men's, I don't think. They're all about the same.
Put me down, Joe.
So,
Large. Say if you need that.
Same fabric with polyester?
it's what it is.
It's like a wicking kind of material.
It's
But,
not
Oh, it's more like a dry fit.
yeah, almost like a dry fit kind of material. It's, you know, you see us wear those navy blue ones with, I mean, those things, you wash them, throw them in the dryer, take them out of the dryer, and put them on. I mean, you don't need to iron them. They're
And
nice.
they're durable. What color?
Blue.
Blue?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, if you can maybe by the end of the week, if you're interested, go ahead and email me with the color and size, and I'll get them on our order.
Is 1944 the cost we pay, or is that the cost the city pays, or is that all one and the same?
It's all one and the same.
Yeah.
I thought they used it to raise money for the event.
No, we didn't want to. We didn't really want to have an inventory of something. So anyway, if you'd like to let me know by the end of the week, I will get the order in for you. So we're very happy with the way that's going. The last item is because we're a government agency and we deal with a lot of other government agencies. This time of year, we're also very busy with submitting a lot of reports. Things to the EPA for stormwater, to the Department of Development for community reinvestment area, to the Bureau of the Census for boundaries of the city, things like that. Flood management reports. Then we have to submit permits to the county, or not permits, reports on permits issued to the county. And it takes a long time to put all this together. And add that to all the other paperwork that we're doing right now. It's good that we don't have a lot of building going on in the city this time of year, because you're looking at really a good 6 to 8 weeks work for all of the documentation we have to submit to all of these places. So I just wanted to bring that up. You may come to our office, we may say, well, we haven't issued a permit this week. There's no plans that we've reviewed, but we've got a lot of other stuff to do. It keeps us going administration by being a big administrative department. And I guess we're atypical government because we just live in a bureaucracy.
We are the bureaucracy. I'm not saying that proudly, but I guess we are. Someone has to be there. And that's really all I have right now.
Anyone have any questions for John?
I have one
Yes.
question, but I just wanted to add that Jenna has called the first meeting of the Star Spangled Celebration Committee for this week, so we're meeting Wednesday.
All right.
Seems really odd in this weather to be going out. Celebration, but
Actually, it's raining a little late.
yeah, but it's still, looking at my driveway, it just,
Kick them off in January.
Don't forget to order your
What
shirts.
time is it?
That's right.
I'll look at my
Okay,
email.
if nobody has any more.
Cletus, I wanted to add something. You may have seen in last, I can't remember. When did your story on Ariel run? Was that Wednesday or Thursday of last week, something like that?
Wednesday, I think.
Okay. And then also, the Columbus Dispatch, I got a call from them. They have a story up on their website now. It'll probably hit their print edition tomorrow, talking about the fact that Ariel Corporation, which is headquartered in Mount Vernon, and they make compressors. They've seen quite a bit of business, Marcellus and Utica shale oil plays that are taking
Place to the east of us. They have acquired the building that Southgate began on spec on Kaiser Drive. You'll actually, I think, yes, you will be voting this evening on approving the CRA tax abatement for
that particular building. Ariel has acquired it, so I guess it's no longer on spec. Southgate has been doing quite a bit of work on the inside, modifying it to meet the needs of Ariel Corporation. My understanding is that they're going to employ in the ballpark of 100 people. That might be a little bit of a conservative estimate, but I'll leave it at that. And working 3 shifts. It is a 50,000 square foot building that is expandable to 100,000 square foot on its current footprint, and the I think that for Keith being able to have a company like Ariel make the decision to locate in our community says a lot about our community, about the strength of our current economic development efforts in the community and in the area, and also I believe speaks to the future growth potential that we have in that business segment. So, you know, Ariel Corporation, everything that I've heard about them, they are not just a successful company, but they're also a company that does it the right way. And Doug?
I think that's the same company that shipped the giant, was it transformer or something, but they shipped it down Interstate 77 and back over and put it on a barge or something going down to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And it goes over across the pond somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's a,
They do a lot of compressor work at home, because that's where they really did most of the work.
Yeah.
so they are.
So they've been working with CTEC. Has actually been for I'm not sure how long of a period of time, but I was over at CTEC a few months ago, and actually, well, it was when the gentleman from the German embassy was here. When we took our tour of CTEC, they actually had a space where they were training Ariel employees who I think were going to be working in their Mount Vernon location. They were bringing them down here to CTEC to train on how to assemble these compressors or something like that. So anyway, I think it's I think it's really an exciting thing. You know, I always try to make sure that you all as council members understand the important role that you all play in the decisions that we make in the areas of economic development. And so, you know, I think you can certainly take your own hands and pat your own backs, because you're part of the success as well, and I appreciate that.
That's a nice addition. 100 living wage jobs. Speaks volume to our labor-ready force in this community.
So I just wanted to add that.
That's a great idea.
I know that you didn't have that on your agenda, but that's news that has gotten out within the past week, so I figured we might as well go ahead and share it.
Now, is this plant in addition to the one they have in Mount Vernon?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is an expansion for them.
Okay.
That Mount Vernon plant is huge. I don't know how many square foot there's a lot of production up there.
In the south side of town, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
13 and 661 kind of come together?
Yeah, when you make a left there,
Yeah, that's a huge, that is a huge left.
across from the Owens plant, you know what Owens is?
Yeah, not good.
They're big enough to get their own internal staffing.
Ginwell's right on.
They hire us temps.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
huge.
there's a big plant up there.
Also, and my memory may be fuzzy on this, so Kent, don't quote me on this, but when I was like maybe, I want to say it was either my first or second year of being mayor, the Port Authority helped to host a one-day conference out at OSU Newark, dealing with kind of the shale oil drilling. This is when this was really kind of starting to begin, and looking at how we in Licking County might be able to benefit economically from it. And I had heard a story there that Ariel only utilizes American-made parts in the compressors that they make. And I believe there was, I believe as the story went, something as simple as a nut and bolt assembly or something like that. The company that was making it for him was going to take it over to China. And they said, well, that's a shame because we're not going to be able to buy these from you anymore. And the company, the supplier said, well, don't you understand? We'll be able to charge, we'll be able to save you this amount. And they said, no, we use American-made parts in our... And so the company actually made the decision to continue to assemble those things in the United States so that they would not lose Ariel's business on that. And like I said, I think I recall that being the story. And if it's true, that's great. And if it's not true, well, that's what all companies should think. That's how all companies should.
It was contagious.
But anyway, if that story's half true, that's the type of company that you want to have in your community.
He's a good neighbor of the German company down there.
Mm-hmm.
These are good. Okay. Commission comment.
You're right in. Everybody got a copy of Finance Committee agenda? Fourth one?
No.
Oh,
You have mine on it.
Not a whole lot on the agenda here. We got one legislative request. We'll call it order 553. Appropriate 274, 678, 27 from the budget stabilization fund to the general fund. Satisfy the goal of the $2 million carryover in the general fund. Is that? So, all right, tomorrow is going to continue on with the threshold that former Auditor Alexander maintained. Any comments, Jay?
No, I think right now, last year, I know for a fact we went the other way. Our collections were up a little bit, so we put more money into the stabilization fund. So we're going back this way. We're going to flip flop it back. So hopefully we get the collections back up again this year, and we'll be able to carry this forward again.
yeah, I want to say, were we about 225 or something in the deposit that we made into the...
Yeah, that's the number I had in my head earlier today when we were talking.
Other comments?
Question.
And that's ordinance number 6 for first reading tonight.
Right.
Where does the budget stabilization fund, where does it stand now after taking this out?
Did you have Becky's latest fund report, Jay? If not, I can go look it up for you afterward.
I don't have that.
I'll go look it up for you afterward. Or do you have a copy of it from Becky somewhere?
Yeah.
Is this one that's bringing this up to you?
Yes. Yep.
I have one other little question. The bed tax money, what did we get for that last year?
You mean, what did we I don't know that I asked Becky that.
It was 118 the year before.
Yeah. I don't know that I asked her what we. I don't know that number. Hey, I don't know.
Put it on my phone. I ain't gonna pull it up on my phone. I don't have any hard copy. I'll show you.
You're like me.
I don't know why that.
Got a lot of something. Oh.
Yeah, a lot of crap on my phone here.
the year before was 118, but that's not
You're talking about
But we should
2014
have that.
collection.
Yeah, but we should have that figure from the county. Did you say you have it, John?
What's that?
The 2014
Bed tax.
bed tax.
No,
revenue.
I've got the,
Oh, 2013.
all I've got is, all the different chart accounts.
Okay. I can't find that on
It's
the.
sitting on my desk.
Oh, the figure is.
Not that.
Oh.
budget stabilization.
I thought I had a card in here. Still trying to get it.
He said there's lots of good stuff that's really gonna help you.
He did, and there is.
You haven't read that yet, Jay?
Yeah, twice. So put your hands on it when you need it.
Any other comments or questions? Committee's okay?
There's no reason to waive that when we get to it in caucus, but there's.
Now let's go ahead and hold it for a second reading.
Under other items, reminder to file the Ohio Ethics Commission form. You can do that online. It takes me about 3 minutes to do it. If that hasn't done it, it takes you longer to log in. It takes you longer to put in your debit card, credit card, and everything else, which is all they're after anyway. Filing deadline
That's
for
not
May
very
5th.
optimistic of you there, Jeff.
I always speak the truth. May 5th primary is Wednesday, February 4th at 4 p.m. Any other items for, okay? Committee? Anything else?
We can do caucus real quick.
We're adjourned at 5:58.
Let's do caucus real quick. Then we have long break. Who's doing the vacation? Mr. Marner? Okay. District communications.
I do have a proclamation
Oh,
for
under
Chaplains Day.
special orders and committees?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with it. Yeah.
A proclamation for Chaplains Day, which
Okay.
is tomorrow.
Oh.
We've done that at least
Yeah.
one at a time before, from World War II.
And then Dick, you'll do the number 7 petition communications. That's the delinquent accounts.
Yes.
Okay. So then the introduction of ordinance, we'll hold that for a second reading. And then ordinance is on the second reading, ordinance 72, which is the, probably ought to be both of you, Cletus.
Okay.
You want to do both of those?
Yeah.
And
And if there's no other questions, that should do it. We got a long break. All right, so if you wanna,
Jeff,
I'm gonna take off and do some errands. Here, it's just,
yeah, Wednesday.
Just telling Jeff before the meeting we can.
Here.
So far, we don't have any.
I'm assuming I think you read that.
scared you there for a minute.
I'll see if I can go find that. I don't.
If you have a second, look at the tracks of land behind Clarence Drive. You got those up for a minute? Would you mind? Sure. Kind of jogged my memory. Yeah. Good signatures for him there.
You want one of these? One of John's? You know
I've been
that?
in my
Hey, it's fine with me. I don't know.
You're trying out on you for
Thanks, Brian. Glad you're picking them.
Should be on that. Because it's any meeting that ever sent us, or any committee